So relax and take a load off. It's Sunday Sacred Self-Care Yoga Day. We can all use a little care and relaxation and healing and meditation, some chanting and some praying together. Settle in, wiggle your legs out. Welcome if you're just streaming in on YouTube or wandering by for the first time ever. This is a Sunday yoga class of yoga for everybody, and today's theme is yin yoga, calmer, more peaceful, more quiet, easier, but every bit is healing. Hey, we got more and more friends coming in. I believe we have a quorum now. Anyway, whether you're YouTubing in or Twitching or live streaming or rumbling or zooming or carrier pigeon or however you're getting here, what matters is that you're on your back relaxing. My cat should be out here in a moment. He's scheduled to stop in a couple of times today. It's part of his cat contract. What a beautiful spring day. It's a good day to do your yoga and then get out there and frolic, but let's take some time for some self-care and some well-being. I note some birthday wishes coming in. Thank you so much. My birthday seems to happen every year at this time. One more time around the sun. Grateful. When you're grateful, you're full of greatness. Anyway, you can fall asleep if you want. I've been putting people to sleep for years. I'm putting you guys in timeout because you've been too busy, you've been thinking too much, you've been trying to figure everything out, and my job is to coerce, convince, and cajole you into relaxing into the mystery of being itself, and we'll never figure it out. We may come to understand it, but we'll never figure it out. Can you figure out love? Can you figure out your affinity for your child? It just is the glory in and of itself. Nice deep breath, swallow once, circle your jaw around. Ten minutes on the back. Hey, welcome. If you're just stopping in, we're on our back. Even though I'm not, I had to go get some water because I need to hydrate. But you guys are on your back. You're finding your breath. You're smoothing your breath out. Yes, you are. Good. Did I mention wiggling your legs and your arms out a little bit to release any residual tension? Today we're going to clean up some karma. We're going to clean up some of the echoes of the past that have been dogging us. Not all karma is bad by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, for you, most of your karma is good, but that which is not sticks in our side like a pin in a diaper. There's one thing I hate. It's a pin in my diaper. 2 more minutes on the back. It's good to see you all. Relax, easy does it. We're with friends. Okay, now that we're breathing down from our belly button, let's spend a minute to feel what you're feeling. You feel what you feel, and I'll feel what you feel, as opposed to codependents who feel what other people feel, which is my new book. It's called Recipes for Disaster. Quick, easy recipes for fouling things up quickly, but we're going to get better. Recipes for success. Breathe what you feel what you breathe. It's 11:11 in our live class, Pacific Standard Time. And anytime I see that it's 11:11, I remember that we're all one. Breathe what you feel what you breathe. Can you tolerate? Can you observe? Can you allow your feelings? If we don't, they'll get repressed and they'll get stuck in our elbow and our knee and our hips and our face. And we're just going to allow those feelings to rise, to be observed, and to be accepted. So now we're going to say the great prayer of acceptance. The great prayer of acceptance is, I accept exactly who I am, where I am, what I have, what I'm doing, exactly the way that it is, right here and right now. The great prayer of acceptance. Of course, we could resist and not accept, but that has its consequences. Okay, good. Now, having accepted our whole life so far, such as it is, let's take the biggest inhale of our whole life. Exhale, let it all go, release it all. Now that you've accepted it, you can let it go, make some space for something new. We are calm and empty souls. Good. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes and circulate some extra super feel good around yourself. ESFG. Good, then lace your hands, take your arms up to the ceiling, stretch your arms back up over your head on the floor, point your toes forward, and writhe around in intergalactic cosmic unicorn rainbow ecstasy. Rainbows shooting out of your pores. Big goofy grin on your face. We're not going to take things overly seriously today. Some fun might actually break out halfway through the class. I'll try to temper it to some degree, but a modicum of joy is allowed. Good, draw your knees in for some knee hugging and back rolling. Roll this way and that, be a turtle on their back. Have a shell of a good time. Good, and then the kids rolled up together because we have some yoga on the schedule today. I say, hello. These are called elephant ears right here. So when I do this, it means I remember everything and my elephant ears are perky. Now, maybe you've done yoga with me for a very long time. It's like, yeah, I know you. Maybe it's your first time. If it is, cheers. My name is Greg. Could be a lot of different names. The main thing is, it's not about me, strangely enough, although I usually think it is. It's about you and the quality of your experience at this phase of your life. So today we're going to do yin yoga, meditation, prayer, some chanting, and restorative yoga, at the end of which you're going to feel like $100. And you're just going to feel so good because you're tapped in, tuned in, and aligned with God, love, source, infinite, higher organizing principle. That's a mouthful, but I can fit a lot in my mouth. One of the advantages of doing yoga is more of my foot fits in my mouth. Now, yin yoga means quiet or more peaceful yoga, which is very hard if you're a type A person, kind of jumpy, you always need to be doing something. So can you close your eyes? Some people can't even close their eyes in my class. They keep looking at me like I'm gonna attack them or something, and I probably won't. A great spiritual master once said to me, Greg, everything is probably going to be okay. So if you can't close your eyes, your number one assignment is to be able to close your eyes. If you can't, I'm afraid that we can't continue with the class. Now, if you're not breathing, please start noticing your breath. Do you realize how much of our breath is unnoticed? That's cool. But every now and then you can pay attention to the part that goes in and the part that goes out. Am I trying to hypnotize you? It's a valid question. I am trying to produce an altered state of consciousness, a higher one. Now, notice your states of mind: boredom, irritability, distraction, that thing in the future, that thing that happened in the past, the pendulum of your mind going all over the place. And an observed pendulum will sooner or later, in the fullness of time, begin to lose its momentum. And when the momentum of the mind slows down from wandering into the future and fumbling around in the past, you end up in this very unusual place, right here, right now. Now is the moment of salvation. Now is the appointed time. And the most prolific spiritual bestseller of the last 50 years, The Power of Now. Now, this class can't get any better. There's nothing better that's coming. because it's right here. Paradoxical. Good. Now we're going to chant Om, and we are going to move a little bit. Whopping big inhale. Anjali Mudra, aka prayer hands. Drop your chin, close your eyes. Greg cordially invites you to pray to aim your soul at the thing most wanted or needed right now for you. Pray boldly, pray big. Good. Now, just add that little mustard seed of faith, that belief, that faith, that knowledge that it's on the way. One way to do that is think of all the prayers that have been answered, the child that got back on course, the healing that came, the dreadful situation that was resolved, the unsolvable problem that was healed. We sit on the top of so many answered prayers. Good. All right. Time for joint juice. Shoulders. 1, 2. Man, I was dog sick during the week. I had my once every 2 year sinus infection. Dogs were walking by going, bro, you're sick. Couldn't breathe, couldn't talk, lost my voice, had to sleep all day. It was fabulous. 6. Now I'm getting my breath back. I'm getting my frisky on. Other way with your shoulders. Already played music for about 40 minutes today. Got about 3-4 more hours on the schedule. Music is my new yoga. It's very hard, the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. 7, 8. If you're a musician, leave me a chat or a comment or let's talk. I'd like to jam with you. Inhale up. I play 4 instruments, 5 actually, but kind of a beginner. Arms out. Behind your back with your arms, up your back, behind your neck. Somebody's delivering a package at my front door. Poof. Up your back. I live in a place with a lot of people in the back of this very large abode, and oftentimes DoorDash will come by and deliver food for other people, and I eat it and I don't tell them. Yum. DoorDashing. Up your back one more time. Poof. Good job, kids. We're off to a good start. Close your eyes, feel into your body. Is your body delivering a message to you? Is there a signal that's coming? Can you tap into your gut brain? Modern neuroanatomy has identified we have more neuronal tissue in our gut than we do in our brain, thus proving the ancient principle of intuition, woman's intuition, the part of you that knows in advance. Have you ever had an inkling that something was going to happen and you didn't listen and then you ate crap, so to speak, and it was like one more reminder to trust your intuition? Eating crap is a technical term. You're getting kind of itchy, you're getting kind of bored. It's like, can we sit differently? Let's do something else. I don't like this. Sit in your own discomfort sometimes. Behave. These are all first-person communications. I'm oftentimes the most restless, irritable, anxious person on the planet. So God put me in timeout in this lifetime to do yoga. If you don't like the way I drive to yoga class, get the hell off the sidewalk. Okay, switch to cross your legs. Whoop, good job. Now, back in the day, I had many friends who were giraffes, and they counseled me to lace my hands and draw my thumbs down my sternocleidomastoids on the side of my neck. And I liked it. I was jealous of their long necks. They were jealous of my opposable thumbs. Try doing this with hooves. 6, 7, 8. It behooves you to do this with your thumbs. Now, circle your opposable thumbs around. Other way. This is good for piano. Tuck in your thumb when you're doing your double octave runs. I'm going to be the best musician one of these days. Thumbs underneath your jaw. Relax your face down into your hands and massage your thumbs precariously, precipitously, provocatively, prickly underneath your jaw. If you're brand new to this class, you're already thinking, well, this is different. This is not the same thing. I normally do the same thing every day, but this is different. The key to happy living is to do the same thing every single day and never change anything. Push your thumbs underneath your jaw. This opens up your throat chakra so you can speak your voice. Good. All right. Take your thumbs out of there. Drop your chin. Take your head around 6 times. Now, at any moment in this class, a wonderful and mystical sense of well-being may begin to swell and appear in your being. This is what happens when the mind begins to slow down and the natural ecstasy of existence appears. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Other way. 1, 2, thank God I can count to 6. 3, I forgot already, 5, I think. And 7, relax your head down, close your eyes. Make ujjayi breathing, that soft, whispery seashell sound at the back of your throat. Be still and know that you're God. The most tremendous line in all of Scripture. It sounds like blaspheme, doesn't it? Be still and know that I'm God. If that phrase doesn't make any sense, it doesn't mean that it means that you're not still yet. When you're perfectly still, it will make perfect sense. Good. All right, bring your head back up and we'll switch the cross of our legs just for the hilarious variety of it all. Now, pull back on your hi, how you doings. These are called your abuns. And it just as you draw your hip flesh back, you get more on top of your ischial tuberosities. And if you don't know what that is, just be grateful that you have ischial tuberosities, often pronounced improperly as ischial tuberosities. And then the kids did a forward fold together. There's a certain degree of humility and forward folding. Come on down, drop your chin. If you like a block underneath your forehead, you're a person after my own heart. That's an interesting phrase. Somebody's after your own heart. Now pinch your shoulder blades together because you were anyway. Unconsciously relax your shoulder blades apart. Inhale, look forward at your unbelievably, remarkably, if you only knew, bright future. Exhale and dive your face into your life. Counterweight with your buns. Sometimes I need to hip my hips to balance my head. And quite more frequently, I need my intellect to balance my hips. Oftentimes, I think of my hips as people from the southern hemisphere wearing flowers in their hair and fruit, dancing all around, being happy all the time. And my head is depressed, suicidal people in Scandinavia in Woody Allen films that are very unhappy. So I have to balance those two somewhere around my equator. Inhale, look forward one more time. I like the part of me that dances with fruit in my hat. Come on down one more time. One, two. You can just reach up and grab a banana. Come on up, kitty cats. Now, new people are thinking this guy's crazy. We should film him and turn him into the police. Lift up. Buns up, kids. Champagne bottoms, caviar rears. Oh, my groins are cheering. My calves are mooing. My buns are lifting. And come on down. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. See, we're not going anywhere. We're just here's a good one. I call this one tarantula. I go around like this. I'm not going to explain it. Just do it. Just do it. Sometimes my music teacher just say, quit trying to figure it out, Greg. Why don't you just copy me? And I'm like, no, I have to figure it out first, which doesn't work so good for music sometimes. Take it around. Good. Now, can you go both ways? And then I just start to get happy for no reason, which really just blows the whole lid off of reality. Because normally I need contingencies to be happy. Everything has to go my way. I have to make all the green lights. There's no traffic. Nobody ever says anything that bothers me. Politicians are doing it exactly right. Government's working out. Weather is perfect. Everybody likes me. That's when I can be happy. Good. Let's go back the other way. And no, sometimes things don't go your way. Oh, I hate that. But now you're a yogi and you're impervious to hot and cold, pleasure and pain, left and right. Good reputation and ill repute. Good. Now that feels good. Inhale for an Om, the primordial sound of the universe. Extend it super long. Whopping big inhale. Prayer hands, drop your chin. Remember that prayer at the start of class? Receive it. Receive the gratitude, the relief, the appreciation, the exhilaration, the thankfulness. The best way to receive prayer is to be thankful, appreciative. That's not my idea. I certainly didn't think of that. The best way to receive prayer is to be resentful and beg a lot. Good. Lace your hands, stretch up. Thank God that in the beginning, I was reading the Bible the other day. I have many spiritual scriptures in the bathroom, and I opened the Bible up. Siri, be quiet. And it said, in the beginning, Greg. And I realized I had the wrong version, the King Greg version. Turn right, left hand right knee, and turn to the right. Close your eyes, have a little twist. Oftentimes, we can get all the benefit of all the world's spiritual scripture from 4 words. In the beginning, God. Oftentimes, in the beginning, me. Good. Release out of that side. And after we twist the other direction, we'll do something completely different. Switch to cross your pins. You know, just being able to sit on the floor, most adults over 40 can't sit on the floor, and a lot of them can't even get up. So happy, lace your fingers one finger over so it feels like you're holding hands with somebody new and exciting, yourself. Stretch out. Close your eyes. This is called Parvatasana. Sanskrit has all these cool names for rather mundane positions. It feels cooler to do Parvatasana than arms up pose, doesn't it? Now say to yourself inside of yourself, I am a calm and peaceful soul. Inhale. On exhale, turn super left, 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 right hand, left knee, left arm behind you, and go screw yourself into the floor. Get a nice twisty, and I give you permission, and you don't even need it, to let a certain kind of mirthful, joyful, pleasurable bliss of being filter in, filter out. Inhale hither and exhale thither. All right, feet together. Give a jiggle. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to push, nothing to promote, nothing to prod, nothing to prove. No one to poke, nothing to promote. Good, now massage the middle center bottom of your cute little feet. Ah, you say. This is the best yoga class that I've ever done. It is, because it's the one that you're doing now. What's the best yoga class ever? The one that you're doing right now. Greg, do you ever speak in anything other than banal, trite, sententious platitudes? Thanks a lot. That was a mean thing to say. Good, now push your thumbs into your feet and come down, and this is where the elite meet to smell their feet. Relax your shoulders. Take your time. If you take your time, time goes away. Here's an interesting theory. Tell me what you think, rhetorically. The faster you go, the less time you have. You ever been you're a little late, you drive a little faster and time goes faster? When you slow down, paradoxically, time goes away. Now I know this, but I've left always 2 minutes late for every appointment of my entire life because I just love that little bit of adrenaline I get as I'm driving a little too fast, swerving in and out of traffic on my way to meditation class. Sometimes I'm an example. Sometimes I'm a warning. Come on up, kids. I'm mostly an example now. Good, now let's do table. To build a strong table, you have 4 legs. Lift up. It's exhilarating. Exhilaration. Life is exhilarating. Good kitty cats. Now, come on down. Oh, my hands, you know what? I forgot about these. Octopuses swimming by. Other way. Oh, I love the way this feels. I'm at this point in my life where the most subtle movements have this great kind of blissful joy about it. I used to take a sledgehammer of sensation to get happy, and I knew where to get sledgehammers. I Learned how. If somebody wouldn't give me a sledgehammer, I'd write a prescription for one. Shake it out, kid. Now I've got a different kind of prescription. Laughter is the best non-prescription medicine. Good. Hello, true self. It's funny how relaxed my hands are here when I'm playing my piano. My British piano teacher grabs my hand and she goes, your hands are petrified, bro. Relax your hands. Faster, faster, alabaster. Cup your hands at your heart. We are calm, peaceful souls. Up, there goes my cat. Kitty, 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 kitty. Hello. All right. Now, we're going to do Supta Ardha Virasana Yin Restorative Version. Supta Ardha Virasana Restorative Yin Version. Supta means on your back. Ardha Virasana means half kneeling. Yin version means taking some time. Restorative means you're going to feel fabulous when we're done. So I better explain all that. Now, for me, Supta Ardha Virasana is a very challenging situation. So that's why I have yoga props. Now, you're much more flexibler than I am, but I'm going to explain how to do this if you're tight as a boiled owl. That was one of my mom's favorite sayings. It was one of her favorite meals too, because we were so poor that we would eat boiled owl sometimes. All right. What are we going to do with that? I'm just going to admire it. Now, the reason that that's there is that if I was a real yoga instructor, I would just lay all the way on my back. I'm going to fold my right shin under, and my left knee is out to the side. And here's kind of like this. I just turned 67 yesterday. 67 is the new 66. And at this phase of my life, this is a good pose for me. Now, if you can lean all the way on your back, why would you build this ridiculous edifice underneath you? Maybe you can't lean back at all and you just lean on your hands and you stew in your own resentment of how your body got so tight. So at some level, you're going to have to figure this out on your own, okay? Here's the pose from the front. My right shin is folded under, my left knee is out to the side, and you're so tight, you can't even lean back on nothing, so you just have to lean on your hands and stew in your own resentments. But if you build up something big enough, you actually could relax in this pose for 2 to 3 minutos, okay? Don't be leaving the class at this point just because it started to get hard either. The class begins now. I'm counting on you to figure out a way to do Supta Ardha Virasana Yin Restorative Version, even if you have an aversion to this one. Now, 2 minutes. In a lot of yoga, you got to figure something out on your own. You have to listen to the instructions of a brilliant, wise, amazing teacher, and then realize, that certainly was wise counsel. I'm now going to have to synthesize his brilliant instruction into my own current capacity. Now, if you're I'm very flexible in lots of ways, but not in this way. So I build this pose and I can relax into it and open up my tissues and release my issues. If you can lay all the way on your back and take your arms up over your head and I call that pin-up pose. We all have various karma in this life, and one karma for me is not being a pinup model. That'll never be and never has been for me. But some people just, their bodies are built for being in elegant postures and positions. Thank God we're all designed differently. God did not make us on an assembly line. Each one of us was carefully and geniusly crafted. You are wonderfully and fearfully made. You are God's masterpiece. One more minute. Now, a weird thing starts to happen when you do yin yoga. You start to relax a little more tissue opens up, you begin to release. Ancient, painful patterns of perception are dissipated. And nobody's judging anybody else. Nobody's saying, hey, I'm way more flexible than that person, or man, that person is way more flexible than I am. Comparison is the thief of joy. Run your own race. That's why this is the fastest growing yoga class on the interwebs. Good, big deep inhale. Big ol' exhale. All right. Now, let's get out slowly. Come on up really slowly. You ever listen to YouTube's at 0.5 speed? Come out at that speed. Good. Unwind your body. Ooh, 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 ooh. Good. Now we're going to get that dent out by jiggling our legs a couple of times. Good. Side do. Now I'm going to fold my left shin under. Boop. It's the same thing the other side. I've looked at life from both sides now, from near and far, from high and low. And again, you got to build the pose to suit the current capacity of your bod. If you're a really flexible person, make it deeper. If you're crunchy and limited, make it easier. Oh, here comes my cat. Hi, Loons. Oh. Now at my studio, I have 20-pound sandbags, and I have a 20-pound beautiful cat. And the pose starts now. Oh, I love my cat. Oh. Yoga with your pets is the best. We are calm, peaceful souls. Peace is a practice. You don't get any better at peace unless you practice every day. Breathe from your belly button, not from your chest. If you breathe from your belly button, it stimulates your parasympathetic rest and relax response in your body. It's weird taking your time, isn't it? Taking your time. It's kind of like a lot of life, we hurry and rush, but this is more like going to a museum. Do you like going to museums and really taking your time? Somebody's not shuffling you. Oh, let's look at the next thing. We better hurry up. No, you take your time and you look at a work of art from all angles. You take it in, you grok it, as Robert Heinlein famously commented. We're in a museum, we're enjoying the beautiful art of living. It's not like, hey, how fast can we get in and out of this museum? No, no. Okay, 3 more breathings. All right, and let's put ourselves on 0.5 speed and come out really slowly. Boy, that's irritating. Good, and now we'll slide back around to symmetrical. That's a nice way to do that pose. Thank you for doing that with me. Now we're going to chant one of our world famous ohms. Some people spell ohm, A-U-M. What do you think of that spelling? I think it spells good. Inhale. Feel that, eyes closed. We're much more vibrational creatures than we are physical creatures. Much more tuning fork, kind of. When you come to the tuning fork in the road, pick it up. This is it, kids. You're at the leading edge of 13.7 billion years of cosmic evolution, and you're right on the leading edge of the bubble, pushing out into new experience. And guess what? You always will be. Okay, gatos y vacas, por favor. Mi español muy mal, but gatos y vacas, please. Tuck my shirt in so my belly doesn't stick out. Ups and downs. This is the pose that makes the world go around. This also joins the depressed, suicidal people in Norwegia to the happy fruit hat wearing people in Brasilia. Ups and downs. We're going to have a party at the Panama Canal. Dos más. Good. Now, don't worry, we're not going to do the horrible version of this, but just bring your right shoulder and right ear down to the floor. Left arm up, unless you want to keep your left hand down. Tuck your left arm behind your back, and it's an inversion. It's a twist. It's a shoulder stretch. It's a neck release. It's a forward fold. It's the Swiss Army knife of yoga poses. This one even has a corkscrew in it. I cannot remember the last time I used a corkscrew. Actually, I can. I didn't have one. It was the last bottle of wine I ever drank, and I stabbed the cork out with an ice pick. I drank a little cork, but back then I didn't mind so much. Breathe. Now, if this is too much pressure on your face, if you feel like you're a plow, put your left hand back on the floor. It'll moderate some of the sensation and make it less horrible. But if you're exceedingly happy and you kind of like having your face plowed into the field, enjoy. You reap what you sow. You sow what you rip. Keep waiting for the yoga police to break in the front door and arrest me for teaching yoga wrong. That'll happen pretty soon. It's already happening in Canada. Relax. Isn't yin yoga the best? You can take some time. It's a museum. You can look at a piece of art. Are you the kind of person who can go to a museum on your own and just take your time by yourself? Okay, now if your left arm went up and around behind you, take it out, replant it on the floor, and come out at 0.5 speed. And a couple of gatos and a couple of moo cows. Brazil meets Norwegia. Wonder how many more ethnicities I can offend in today's class. Left arm out to the side, left ear, left shoulder, down to the floor. Right arm up around behind your back, unless you like your right hand to support yourself. 2 minutes. The Swiss Army knife. Twist, forward fold, inversion, shoulder release, neck stretch. I feel this pose. It's good, but it's challenging in its own way, and it's opening me up. It's carrying me a new one. It's releasing painful patterns of perception. It's squeezing out stinking thinking. It's making me eligible for bright, fresh, brilliant, innovative new ways to think. Kitty cats, take your right arm back up if it was behind your back. Come out at 0.5 speed. That's where I watch all my drumming instruction at 0.5 speed because I'm remedial. Ups and downs, dos más gatos y vacas. Los gatos, Vacaville. Good kids, and now it's high noon. Let's get high together on our own supply. High noon. Hi noon, how you doing? I'm fine, thanks for asking. Now, we should finish with a great restorative pose. What do you think? But our oming has been so epic, so magnificent, so marvelous, so vibrationally pleasing, so ecstatic that we're going to chant one of our extra long ohms together. So, biggest inhale, fill up all of your lungage. Inhale. Feel that. We are calm and blissful souls, and when our minds quit trying to figure everything out, then the bliss of being just naturally swells to the surface. Okay, let's build a really glorious Shavasana for conclusion. So with all these props, you can copy what I'm going to do, or you can make up your own. There's a neck bolster, and this is going to go right where my bra strap is. Everyone's welcome in my class. And this is going to go underneath my knees. Knees, chest, head. I don't want too much underneath my bra strap because I'm very tight there, but I like my neck supported, and I really like my knees water falling over the top. And we did enough, you guys. Enough is enough. We did enough. Time to totes relax. And I'll see you on the plane of Amomahe, the ninth dimension of intergalactic unicorn rainbow bliss. I'll meet you there. Now imagine your favorite saint, sage, holy person rubbing your temples and massaging your third eye, performing some third eye LASIK on you. Relaxing your jaw. Okay, pose starts now. This is the fruit of the practice. This is the whipped cream and the cherry on top part. Okay, my friends, stay in the pose, relax even more. Here comes our famous Sunday ritual where now is the time to invite God, love, source, infinite higher, organizing, ineffable, unnameable glory into yourself. Flood me with love, infinite source, wisdom, light, truth, beauty, knowledge, health. Wiggle your fingers and toes, circulate all that good feels around your body. Nice deep breath back in your skin suit. Curl onto your right side when you're ready. Knit one, curl two. Good. And with your eyes closed, we'll sit up together and conclude. We'll bring the hands into our communal heart, drop our chin, close our eyes. If you go deep into you and I go deep into me, and we go deep into we all come to the same place together. All together we say, Namaste. Wow, I don't know what just happened, but I liked it. As Mr. Natural, remember Mr. Natural, the underground comic? 'Twas ever thus, he said. And I loved being in your presence. Now, YouTubers, I always bid adieu to you first. Please like and subscribe if you like the vibe of this tribe. It really helps. We're growing like gangbusters, and we're all over the world, from people in Norwegia that I've offended and people in Brazil that I upended. So thanks for liking and subscribing. Bye, YouTubers. And then an intimate gathering of Zoom or